Hi everyone, this is another spotlight on technology. And this one here is highlighting an app called ClassroomQ. I came across this app while I was looking for something that could help me to manage students and their questions and making sure that I got around the classroom to each student who had put their hand up and wanted some assistance. Often I found that I would spend more time with students who were more vocal and tended to have 101 questions and didn't get to the students who had waited patiently and weren't so noisy about getting their questions answered. So I found this, and it's basically a virtual hands-up type app, and I'd just like to go over it with you. I use it quite a bit now. This is the landing page here, and it gives you two options to enter, one for teachers, one for students. You can create an account here. It's free, and I've just used my school Microsoft tenant, but you can also use Gmail because I have one of those as well. So let's have a look inside and what it offers. So when you click through the teacher portal, you'll be asked to sign in, and hold for a moment while I do that. Then it brings you back to the landing page, and I've opened up a student window as well so that we can see how it works on both sides. So when you click on the teachers one after you've logged in, you can start a new session, and in this you can have this displayed on your board or on your TV, depending on what you have in your classroom. So it'll give you a classroom code, and for me this code has not changed with any of the classes that I have used, and so that makes it easier, especially if the kids are in your class all the time. They can get used to or memorizing that code. Just to go over the screen a little bit, it can play a sound so that if you're walking around with students, if someone virtually puts their hand up, it will ding so that you can look back and see that someone has indicated they need assistance. It will also show you a list of all the people needing assistance, and over here with session participants, it shows who has actually logged in to this particular session. Showing comments is an option. It's up to you. I'll show you what that means on the student side. So when you project that up, the students can then put in the class code and then put in their name. Now obviously you want kids to put in their real name, but it will show up like this once they have logged in, and they can just have this sitting on their desktop and they can go back to what they're doing with whatever task you've assigned them to. Now, as mentioned before about the comment, you can encourage them to add a comment about the assistance they need rather than you having to go up and ask them, or they may forget by the time you get to them, so it might be good to ask them to have a comment. However, you don't need to. So right now it'll say your teacher is assisting nobody, so I need help, so I'm going to press that button and it'll tell me where I'm at in the line. On the teacher's side, it'll show that I'm now listed as a session participant and I'm first in the queue and I need some help. Once that assistance is done, the teacher can then click on that and remove the person from the list. So that doesn't remove them from the session, it just removes them from the help list. But it'll log beside me how many times I have requested assistance. If you're worried about kids abusing the button kind of thing, you can keep a record of how many times a request was logged on the side, and if you know that it's a particular student who tends to do that sort of thing, you can have a chat with them later. Now I'll show you what I mean by showing the comments. If I need assistance, I can go, I'll just make something up, and then I can request the assistance. What will happen is on the teacher's side, it will show my name and then it will say what I need help with. Now, once again, if I help that student out, it removes all of even the writing of the comment that was there. At the end of the session, I'm given the option of exporting the log of my session, which is really good, especially if you're wanting to keep data on how your session was going and whether or not students were understanding what you were covering. So in a CSV document or an Excel file, then it'll give you who has asked, when, time and the comments and that kind of stuff, which you can analyze later if you want to compare it to any other session. And so that is ClassroomQ. I just encourage you to give it a go and see how it goes for you. Thanks.